Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Lies official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Viewers can be ready for Ava and Harris' crazy vacation in London thanks to today's spoilers. Both of them are fugitives after breaking out of a mental institution. They believe that if they find Susan, this will somehow, happen. It won't absolve them of their wrongdoing. It will, at the very least, get EJ off of Ava. But does that merit a prison sentence? For the pair, that is still up for observation. The difficulty right now is locating a deceased woman. The fact that Ava remembers Susan leaving the accident scene where she was allegedly killed is the sole proof Harris and Ava have that Susan is still alive. Then Susan herself also informed Ava that, Harris actually understood what she had said to indicate that Susan was in London. Let's recap then. Ava, the woman who claimed to have seen her dead son's wandering apparitions, suddenly remembered seeing Susan alive following the collision. And we are confident that this is the reality, not simply another of her hallucinations. Then, instead of believing she was still dreaming, Ava determined that Susan was in fact communicating with her through her visions. Finally, Susan's use of a certain word persuaded Harris that the real living Susan was in London. Just the facts, please, ma'am. And even if the aforementioned were the cold, sober reality, London is still a sizable city with a huge number of people. Susan must have an excellent excuse for hiding if she isn't running to her adored Elvis, Johnny, and Roger. She must also be a skilled concealer. So, fellas, how do you intend to track her down? But given the logical steps Ava and Harris have already taken, we have no doubts that they will succeed in all of their subsequent endeavors. Susan is just like being at home. Days of Our Lives can be shown on the W Network or Global TV app in Canada and Peacock, plus in the United States during the week. Check out the most recent day's spoilers for more information about what will happen in Salem, and go here for a detailed look at the show's history. Join the discussion on our Facebook page, peruse our Twitter feed, or keep an eye out for an update on our Instagram stories to learn more about what's happening on your favorite soap operas. I'll see you there. Will Victor's secret finally be revealed in the Days of Our Lives preview for the week of September 18 to 22? Check out the preview and read what transpires below. By killing Ava, the person he thought was responsible for his mother Susan's murder, EJ hopes to exact revenge for her passing. EJ is astonished when Wendy tells him this week that his mother is still alive. Harris, who is already perplexed when he asks Ava in the commercial, "You want me to sleep with you?" after Ava had told him as much, is further baffled. As Sean, who had previously been fired for drinking while on the job, was back on the bottle, Belle started to worry. Having just been abandoned by Channel, Talia joined Sean at the pub, where they ended up drowning their sorrows. The two wound up at Jada's room above the pub after being expelled for excessive drinking. Coming up, Sean wakes up in bed after his binge, and Belle tells Rafe at the pub that he didn't return home last night. Speaking of drinking, Vivian quips, "Still slumming I see," when she sees Steve and John enjoying beers at the Brady pub. Victor had a meeting with Konstantin Melunis, the owner of a restaurant outside of Athens, before his death, according to Andrew Donovan, who shared this information with Alex and Brady as they prepared to travel to Greece to look into what happened to Victor. Theresa accompanied Brady and Alex when they traveled to Greece, which they found to be disappointing. There, Theresa is faced by none other than Shane Donovan, her father. Shane demands to know how far she intended to go her lie as she grabs a silver bag. What kind of game is she playing right now? Another scene from the preview shows Alex and Brady confronting Theresa, the person in charge of the case, and saying they know what she's planning. Brady returns to Salem and gives Justin a silver briefcase, the sole thing the ISA was able to salvage from the remains of Victor's aircraft. Maggie exhales as she finally opens the briefcase. What do you suppose to be inside? Does Victor have a will or another thing? Discover what surprises Chad and what Kayla is asking Stephanie about in the Days of Our Lives spoilers. Before you leave, have a look at the gallery below to see the soap opera characters who merit a spin-off. When Talia's life on DIYS suddenly became difficult, it was during this depressing downtime that actress Aketra Civilian produced some of her best work to date. Civilian was vivacious and exuberant, full of vitality and enthusiasm, in situations opposite Martha Madison, Belle Brady. Talia felt fortunate and incredibly appreciative. She had her head put back into place, was enjoying her job, and anticipated a potential future with Channel. However, the boon was later decreased. With regard to her and Channel, there was no future, which Talia found to be very unexpected. Civilian put on a mask that communicated surprise, complete uncertainty, and was at a trace of betrayal. Betrayal, even as Channel emphasized that she hadn't let Johnny down when he arrived and confessed his eternal love to her. Civilian shed one tear as Channel explained the situation. Talia reacted angrily to what she felt were Channel's platitudes, and anger and hurt soon came up to meet her sadness. Civilian cried, adding, "I should have known everything was going way too well for me. It was just too good to be true, and I don't deserve you, Channel. I know that." When Talia turned to leave, she said, "Don't be sorry, okay," in response to Channel's sincere apology. Instead of spitting out the words like directed venom, Aketra Civilian made the lines self-deprecating, as if she was taking full responsibility for the events that had just taken place. "It's my fault. I shouldn't have ever told you how I felt about you in the first place," she said. Civilian closed the door ever so softly instead of hurriedly slamming it in a rage, perhaps hoping against hope that Channel would have called her back in before the crime was over and suggested they start over from scratch. This is how all splits should be handled. Days of Our Lives can be shown on the W Network or Global TV app in Canada and Peacock, plus in the United States during the week. Check out the most recent day's spoilers for more information about what will happen in Salem, and go here for a detailed look at the show's history. Join the discussion on our Facebook page, peruse our Twitter feed, or keep an eye out for an update on our Instagram stories to learn more about what's happening on your favorite soap operas. I'll see you there. Brady and Alex are investigating the circumstances behind Victor's death, according to Days of Our Lives spoilers for September 18, 2023. Victor Kyriakis' death was mysterious and odd in some way. Although his body was discovered, plane crashes are common, especially in soap operas. What was he doing in Greece in the first place? While he was meant to be seeing Beau Brady in a different Mediterranean region, both of them are absurd, as is the fact that he suddenly tore up his will. Brady Black and Alex Kyriakis set out for Greece to conduct some research since they are determined to find the truth. They didn't invite Theresa Donovan, but she's coming along too. Will Theresa wind up getting in the way of Brady and Alex as they look for clues? Maybe not, given that Theresa keeps active and runs across a loved one in Greece. Are Andrew Donovan's ISA obligations what lead him there? Gabby Hernandez and Stefan Dimura party. Stefan O. Dimura and Gabby Hernandez had $signs in their eyes as they anticipate him finally being able to take over Dimura Enterprises, as it was intended to be after their meeting with Vivian Alamain, who informed her son she has excellent things for him. Find out what happens next on Days of Our Lives by reading this. In order to do this, they create some elaborate plans for their future as the king and queen of Dimura, but they are also aware that they must take action against Dmitry von Leutner first. Vivian is at least on hand to assist. Leo Stark dislikes Dmitry von Leutner, according to Leo Stark. Given that he is aware that Dmitry and Emily O'Brien's marriage to Gwen Rissek is a fraud, Leo Stark can undoubtedly assist Phoebe and Stefan. Now that Gwen has told Leo about her own discoveries, Leo questions whether Dmitry is also deceiving him. Leo makes a decision to face Dmitry and demand to know the truth. Will Leo also be a tool, or will they ever be truly together? Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.